Well, hello YouTube friends and family. Frank here again with yet another patio villa ride through. Hope you'll stay tuned. I went ahead and got up here early Sunday morning, about 6:30 in the morning. Decided I wanted to ride over to the village of Richmond and go check out the Oliver Villas. The villages had already put out a video saying that the Oliver videos were opened up and they did their own little thing. So I wanted to ride out there and check it out for myself, put some boots on the ground, do a ride through. I followed the directions on their map. It's vague. It really doesn't give you the street names or where to go, but based on the map, the way it's designed, I followed that out and I went to what I feel like could only be the Oliver Villas. Now, the street name that you go into, the entrance of this villa neighborhood, doesn't reflect Oliver at all. I can't think of the name offhand, but it's going to be in the video. And I did ride through. It's a larger villa neighborhood, bigger than a few others that I've seen. Instead of it just having, your outer banks and then you have a center area where they got homes, they have two of those. So based on the drawings of what the villagers put out, that's the one that I could find. They haven't put the sign up as of yet, and when they do, I'll take a picture of that. But anyway, this is just a quick Sunday morning ride through. I made some coffee. It was absolutely beautiful outside, nice and cool, and I did capture some great sunrise photos I'll include in this video. Stay tuned. I hope you enjoy this little ride through of what should be the Oliver Patio Villas. And thank you for watching. Well, here I am once again in the village of Richmond. I got here like at 6:30, 6:45 in the morning, and so did everybody else. See, like the last couple of videos I've done, I've always showed up exactly at the same time the street sweepers do. It's crazy. We all come to the same destinations at the same time. It's already been street swept, so I'm not sure. Maybe they got to do it again. I don't know. Everybody out there standing out here looking at me. But anyway, we're going to ride through this villa neighborhood. Let's take a look and see what we got going on over here. I thought I was coming to the Oliver Villas, but it's got a whole completely different name. I may have to add that to the video or to the descriptions below once I find out what the name actually is. But let's ride around in here and let's see what we got. But like I say, I'm in the village of Richmond. This villa neighborhood is obviously laid out somewhat different from the rest of them. I like that. I like a little variety of something and not the same old, same old. It's a beautiful sunrise this morning, kind of partly cloudy. It's always wonderful when the sun comes out and it does a super bright orange sky, like it does on a sunset, just in the opposite direction. Here's what we're gonna go down on the outer perimeter like normal, and then we'll come in on the inside. Here's looking down the street here as we go in. But I'm finding out when it comes to villa neighborhoods, you got to get here like at 5 in the morning. Because I think once sunrise hits, the workers and the contractor, everybody's here. Even if it's finished. I think the work schedule is probably from 6 to 6 or something like that. Now, don't quote me, I have no idea. I'm just guessing. That's just what it seems like, feels like. It is a beautiful Sunday morning. Absolutely gorgeous this morning. Coming out. How can you not want to get out early in the morning when it's cool and beautiful? This is really the best time of the day to come work if you're going to do anything. But as I'm riding through this brand new neighborhood, you know, this is in the village, I'm already seeing pending signs. I passed by one right there a moment ago. I'm starting to ride around here thinking, have I been through here before? Or is it like deja vu because they all look the same? There's that sunrise I'm talking about. Well, I just stop and get a couple of pictures to look at that sunrise. You know, depending on where your house is situated, man, that's just amazing. You know, I can see a lot of these houses may not get a beautiful sunset, but boy, you can get a sunrise. That's just gorgeous. I love that. I love that about the villages. You just can't beat these Florida skies. Let's continue riding around as the day begins to progress. Once again, they're getting your St. Augustine grass. This villa neighborhood is larger than some of the other ones I can see now. A lot bigger. Quite a bit bigger. It's got a whole nother middle section of homes more, you know, than you would normally see. Now, a few of these houses, maybe not, you know, obviously you can tell they're not ready to just be sold, I guess, but don't quote me on that. I think the villages, they'll sell them anyways, it seems like. But some of these houses haven't been completed yet. And this little section that I'm in, this is the further, you know, the outskirts of the neighborhood. And once we come around, we'll loop back in and come in on the inner side. And then we'll take a look at the ones that are completely finished, it looks like. This may be why the street sweeping on them are in early. Once these neighborhoods are about done, they like to clean up. Let's chit-chat with that guy driving a street sweeper machine. Or one of them. There's two of them out here. I was like, you boys are out here early? He's like, yep. There it is. It's really a nice neighborhood. I like it. Now we're coming on another section, a different part of the road right here. I like to call, you know, like housing islands. So when you come into this villa neighborhood, there's one to the left and there's gonna be one to your right. Now I don't know if anybody's noticed. Let's not get wet. Well, here's a villa that's been sold already. I'm telling you, people, they will sell in a moment's notice. It's just crazy. So right now what we're doing is we're riding around this inner island of homes here. On the first one, they're very nice to see contractors backing in an area already. But what I was saying is, it appears that, well, here's another one that's pending. I was just about to say that they stopped building portico shares, which seems to be the case. They stuck with some of the same models, but they just went ahead and added the garage, like a haven with the garage, and that's in the reverse floor plan right here. See, these are still the same thing, you know, a retreat, a haven or what have you, and they just flipped them from like left to right. That's a haven with a garage, if that's what they're still calling it. But I guarantee you go in, and that house model will be the same on the inside for the most part. Now, I have been into a newer one, a newer haven, and they did make a couple changes. Somebody had bought one, and we were comparing notes, and they told me they had moved a couple things around. So that's the look. We went down that street. Now we're going to come back down to the other area that was a little undone. We're going to pass by that street sweeper, and the other one has already left. We're going to come down this other section to the right of the entrance. Now these ones are not as done, but they're done enough that you can see what, you know, what the homes are. They got the sod in, but they haven't put in that cheap landscape that they normally do. I call it cheap. But I guess they have to put down something. And then if you want to swap it all out, that's strictly up to you. I'm gonna flip back around here and get the name of this street sign right here. Hull Lane and Manford Terrace. I don't know if anybody could see that with the lighting. Typically, some of these corner lot homes are going to have a much larger yard. And I like it when they do the concrete pad square. You know, it gives you a squared out piece. And the reason why I like that is you could take that other piece right there, say in this section of this concrete pad, and it's only like half of the other one, like half of the size of this one. Now you could do a couple of things. You know, you could take that square pad and add you a bird cage to it. And if you want a larger bird cage, was what I would do, then you'd fill in the other half of that concrete pad right there, and you'd have one nice large bird cage that you could add to your little built-in lanai right there, which is already done. But that's what I would do, probably. To each their own. Now we're on the inside of this particular set of homes here. I just kind of wondered why the villages had stopped doing what they were calling the portico shares. Something share. You know, carport homes is really what it is. I guess they like to try to sound fancy in French or something. I wonder why they stopped building those. My only thought is, and they did them in several villa neighborhoods. My only thought is did they think that they just didn't sell very often, or as fast or as well, or did they seem to give it a cheapened look? You know, not as attractive looking. You know, I don't know. I like them because I've seen. Look at that sunset, folks. I'm sorry, that's a sunrise. What am I thinking? Not a sunset. That's a beautiful sunrise. If I ever saw one. That could be your morning view, depending on which house you buy. This little street that we had already come down, it was Manchester Avenue and Venable Court, or Venable Circle, I think. Nope, it was Venable Court and Manchester Avenue. Well, there you have it, folks. This is for this particular villa neighborhood. I am not certain that these are going to be the Oliver Villas. The Villages has put out a video about it. Most of the time, the street entrance name is what they call the villas, and this one is Manchester Avenue. So, are these going to be the Manchester Patio Villas? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look into that and then post that in the comment below or in the description. They haven't even got the sign up for it yet. Well, anyway, folks, appreciate you coming along for the ride, and have a great rest of your day.